try my best to dodge temptation, but these hoes stay on my line. And I'm always after money, so my bitch complain about time. I try my best to make my mama proud, but never thought I did. Please don't let nobody lie to you. I took care of my kids. Yeah, these niggas might not fuck with me, cause they favorite bitches do. And I'm standing on all my business, what I look like, how you. Can't no nigga say I ran, can't no nigga say I told. No paperwork or beefing by no hoes. Shit, I know my family using me, but where else they gon' run? But they think I'm leading Dante wrong, but I treat them like my son. And I told them we gon' be rich, and I put that on my mama. And I'm stepping on everything about them, and I put that on the mob. For real, for real. I'm just trying to hit on my parlay. Then break bread with my people, I'ma make sure we all straight. I'm just trying to hit on my parlay. I take this little bag and flip it and make me a new play. I'm just trying to hit on my parlay. I'ma tell your bitch come on so we can go fuck on a vacay. I'm just trying to hit on my parlay. I'm trying to smack on a parlay. Shit, I'm ducking 12, gotta throw away in a half a bowl of weed. I'm on FaceTime with my mama, got a praying father, help me please. I'm on my second strike, that's why she tripping, she understand the reasons. I put it on mama, she had my sister, but she never raised me. Welcome to work, detectives. It's time to start another day. Warm up with your friends and get yourself together for the case. I had my mic muted this morning. I didn't even want to come to work properly. That's how I was doing this morning. I'm just tripped out this morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning, good morning. We are at the water cooler this morning. You know how you first come into the job. You ain't clocked in yet. You're just at the water cooler, having a good couple of conversations, maybe about the game last night, maybe about anything. But welcome to the water cooler of work this morning. I hope everybody's in a good place, in a good space. You are tapped in with your captain. I'm currently on probation, but hey, we here. The one and only. The one, Jenny Hardheaded son, the lead detective in this here agency. I want to welcome you guys to work. What y'all got going on this morning? We feeling good? We feeling good this morning? We gonna get to the roll call. I'm gonna see who everybody in here. But this is the water cooler section when I give you a couple pieces of information, tidbits of information, or just have some basic talk before we get into the case of the day. I hope everybody feeling good. Did y'all catch grown folk talk last night? Yo, we had grown folk talk last night. Make sure you go spin by. Follow Grown Folks Talk, the page, the YouTube page, because that's where the show is going to be from here on out. It won't be on Boss's page. It won't be on my page. Strictly on the Grown Folk Talk page, it all by itself. So if you want to get be a part of the Grown Folk Talk platform, make sure you follow. We had a great show last night. Go check it out. Go check it out. Go check it out. Make sure y'all follow GFT. I be over there popping real stuff. We had a real good conversation about Father's Day and what it meant to me and how it affects me and why I don't really like Father's Day as much. But we here. We here. We in the building. I hope y'all feeling amazing. Y'all, I feel good. I feel great. I stayed up all night, but I feel good. I'm ready to get into it. Ready to goddamn show some love to y'all and get to what we came to do. So we done played around. Let's go ahead and do what we came to do. We are here, the Ones Detective Agency. This is a true crime reaction show. I am your host. You are the detective. We gonna figure out who we putting in cuffs, who we locking up, or who we letting go right here on this show. Thank you for being here. If you want to get in the uniform of the day, that's the highway collection you see right here on the wall. That is a clothing, a streetwear design that is created by my nephew, the CEO, the youngest CEO I know, Young Tay White, also the host of the dopest video reaction show on the internet, and that's y'all messing with it. Make sure y'all spin by Tay White, Young Tay White. Make sure you spin by Tay White on YouTube. Make sure we posted 3 brand new videos yesterday, so I'm anxious to see you guys spin over and say, "Ooh, no, I'm not liking that," and putting a thumbs down or a poop emoji, or you saying, "Oh no, I'm rocking with that," and hitting that heart on the comments. So we got some good music, and it keeps you up to date on the new music. You might not like the new music, but I'm bringing it to you so you can be up to date, and your grandkids and your kids gonna be like, "Ooh, how you know about Lil Chucky, ma?" Uno put me on, and that's all I want y'all to do. And make sure y'all spend by and tap in with my girl, my boo. It's the one and only Miss Modest Moments, the conductor of the band camp. If you don't know, Fridays 6 p.m. belongs to band camp, and that's Miss Modesty, Modest Moments on YouTube. Make sure you follow, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be in the loop, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and pay these bills with the Highway Collection, hwycollection.com. Put in the discount code UNO, and you will receive a discount. When we come back, we're gonna go ahead and get into the roll call.
Hey, G, this shit hard. Fuck, nigga.
Steve-O go crazy. She say she like my lingo, like the way I talk. She like a nigga style, the way I put it on. And she can tell a nigga pay, don't have to show it off. But she can tell by all these sticks that I'm a fucking boss. She love the way I smell, she love a nigga fragrance. She see the way I hustle, love the way I take risks. She peeping how I move, she see I taught her game. Uno the one she had a real, she can't fuck with mine. Before I hung out from the wrench, I had the wrench, that mean I'm dressing well. Barbies all around me with toy bodies like they from Mattel. For those who try to infiltrate, I feel sorry for you infidels. You used to be the shit, but took a dip like Caitlin's rookie year. These women that you chasing crave my presence, we are not the same. Heavy like I'm roll call. Hurry up, detectives, it's time to work.
It is time for the roll call. It is time for the roll call. Let's see who in here. Make sure we get ready to clock in and get to our case. Make sure you hit that like button on whatever streaming platform you own to get your money. I got a message from payroll. They're going to come and they got a message from payroll and HR that's going to be here tomorrow. So everybody check going to be straight. Don't be looking at me. I just run the facilities. You know what I'm saying? We got to talk to boss lady. She be in here on Saturdays. She be live to hear the complaints of the detectives. So on Saturday mornings, when we do an overtime show, on Saturday mornings at 9:15, tap in. Then you can talk to the boss lady. Let's get into this roll call. Let's see who here today. Hey, look at that. My sister, the detective sis, is in the building. Good morning, sis. Love you, girl. Look who it is. Sergeant Earl Lee. He is in the building. He thinks just because he can go to Bahamas and come back and be all out there frolicking and having a good time that you can miss work. No, bring your ass to work. Clock in. We got my boy D in the building. What's up, big dog? I'm glad you're in the building. It's the girl, Detective Miss T in the building. Good morning, boo. Hey, my girl Booby in the building. Good morning, little side piece. That's my side piece detective. She in the building. She says, good morning, good people. Make someone smile today. They may need it. I always need a smile. Make sure your teeth clean, though, and your breath ain't stank. That's another. So we're going to keep moving. Sis in the building. That girl D-Love in the building. Good morning, good morning. Good morning to you. Detective D-Love in the building. We are ready. Hey, Detective Willis said, good morning, y'all. What's going on? What's going on? My girl Modest Moments in the building. The conductor of the band camp. Detective Moments is in the building. She say, hootie hoo, flashback ENT. Welcome to the DaOnes Detective Agency. Around here, we lock them up first, and we apologize later. We don't even care about apologizing. We gonna lock you up, though. GFT in the building. GFT was in love last night. If y'all didn't see it, I might drop the replay on my page probably today about 6. But I got Uno does the internet tonight, so y'all be ready. Toya, hey, we speaking. Good morning, everybody in the building. I'm gonna make sure I done touch everybody. My girl D, thank you, D. Hit that like to get clocked in, man. Howdy ho, all of you. Yeah, we locked in. Youngest CEO I know, Young Tay White in the building. We got 4 new videos that's gonna drop today. We got 3 videos that dropped yesterday, 4 to drop the day before. So I'm looking for every one of my detectives to put a comment in at least 3 videos. I need you to put a comment in. Can we shake? All right, I'm looking forward to it, y'all. I'm ready to see. We in the building, y'all. I think we done hit the water cooler. We done did the roll call. So I think it's time to get to work, man. It's time to get into this case. Let's do it.
Rush here this morning. Police are looking for a
The
suspect.
only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases.
4 masked men get out and
Look
run
no
for the store
further
with
than the
guns.
DaOnes Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
DaOnes Detective Agency. with your captain, Uno the One.
Welcome to work, detectives. This is the DaOnes Detective Agency, and on roll call we had one of our detectives. She came in, she was just putting her stuff in her locker. We got Detective Sharon in the building. Hey, boo. We in, all present and or accounted for. We are ready to kick it off. Sis said, y'all seen Straw, don't play with us. Y'all know what it is. Who else be in here juking to the intro? That's what I'm saying. We lit. Y'all see, I told y'all I was gonna get it right. I ain't all the way finished yet. I'm still working on how we gonna conduct business. But y'all ready to get into it? Yesterday's case was a doozy, wasn't it? Today's case is called the case of the House of Horrors. I don't know if kids involved. I don't know if adults involved, old people, black people, white people, fat people, short people, tall. I don't know who's involved. But I know we finna go ahead and get into the case. So without further ado, man, and without me talking, you got your cuffs, you got your pew pew, you got your glasses on so we can pay attention to the details. It look like we locked in. Y'all ready to get into this case? Let's do it.
You mean a dungeon? Yeah.
So
Who made a
random.
dungeon? Who made a dungeon? LeBron said he made a dungeon. Who? Who made the dungeon? Because whoever made the dungeon, I just want to give them this.
You're cuffed, detective. Cuff him. Cuff him now.
Who made the dungeon? I want to know who made the dungeon. Let's get back to it, man.
Wow. Horrible, man. Why?
Damn, they got an alarm on the bed? They got an alarm on the bed if the baby moved the cover?
You're cuffed, detective. Cuff him. Cuff him now.
That's all we got to say.
Protecting this woman. That is the devil right there.
You don't believe I'm this horrible person, do you? Y'all just doing your job.
When state police accompanied investigators from Child Services.
So the chunky little stud talking about, y'all just doing your job. Hold on, wait. I did that wrong, y'all. So let me do right here. I'm learning to do digs.
Detective, in my office. Now.
So the little chunky stud, are we putting cuffs on her? Y'all just doing your job. I think
You're cuffed, detective. Cuff him. Cuff him now.
we need to cuff her.
To a home in Texaco, New Mexico on July 22nd, 2022.
Mexico
They had
on the
no
list.
idea they were walking into a house of horrors.
Bro. It's a dungeon, bro.
Say please.
Yeah, there she go.
The woman who answered the door was Jamie Cushman. This isn't her first run-in with the CYFD, but this visit would eventually launch an investigation into one of the most shocking cases in all of New Mexico. Most of the following footage...
Wait. We got to do this. We got to do this real quick.
Detective, in my office. Now.
Y'all, so we arresting her. Are we putting her in cuffs right now? We charging her? I'm cool with it because I think she the one. She part of it. But we need to put cuffs on her little little female friend too. We need to put cuffs on her little female friend too. Let's get back to it.
Has never been seen before.
Oh, no, I know.
Yep. D-Lo said we locking up. My side piece said we locking up. Yeah,
Cushman
everybody going,
alleged
we
that the person who
prison.
reported her was someone she had a falling out with. For
Prison.
now, though, the police kept focused on inspecting the property.
Okay. So because of the condition this time, usually it's a whole lot better than this, so I'm kind of surprised.
Yeah, like I said, I was in the hospital, so.
Okay. Is Laura not staying here?
No.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna take some pictures.
Damn, she got an ex-wife with a new wife. Ooh, shame.
So and since it's going backwards, then
Just like on yesterday, y'all.
pictures, and then we'll
Just like yesterday, it's always a woman in the house when some shit going down that don't never say nothing. And just like yesterday, you gonna do the same damn time.
Well, I know, but I didn't feel like this was super messy.
Yeah.
I mean, she was actually cleaning it last night. So.
Y'all, I'm gonna go to big screen. She said she don't think that was super messy. According to my detectives, let's talk. Yeah, Uno, that thing look like pig pen in there. Uno, no, it's just clothes on the bed. For the most part, it look like everything's put together. Just some clothes on the bed. Look like they ain't fold up no laundry. Y'all, I'm gonna say, let's get a big look at this, bro. I don't know if it's real like nasty. I wouldn't say it's nasty. It looks disheveled. It looked like Shawty ain't washed no clothes. She got the clothes basket. Why you put that basket on the bed? Girl, your mama ain't tell you don't put that goddamn clothes basket on her bed. So what y'all let me know? That's nasty. Y'all let me know. Yeah, you can go as nasty. I can see it's nasty. Yeah. Oh yeah, nah. That's nasty. They showed the flow. Yeah, that's nasty. Yeah.
Well, you take
Nah,
pictures,
the flow took it out. She got shit all over the floor.
Can we go with her? Yeah, because she's wanting to go.
Yeah, there you go. Just nasty.
Can you
yeah,
stay
sure.
with her? Yeah. I'll stay with her.
It's called compliance.
The kitchen was extremely messy, with dirty dishes rendering the space nearly
I was saying
unusable.
messy, not nasty too.
The bathrooms
But
were an even
when I seen that flow, sis, yeah, Jenny went, ooh, yeah, that's nasty. Yes, Lord, that's nasty. Jenny would have skipped you and me.
worse mess, with mold growing on the tile around the shower and bathtub.
That's nasty.
There was no running water,
Yeah.
and the toilets were backed up. Portable toilets had been placed around the residence to compensate, though it appeared that none had been emptied recently as they were completely filled with waste. Needless to say, the house didn't pass inspection, but the evidence would.
Detective, in my office. Now.
Whoever lived in that house, the ex-wife, whoever visited that house, whoever came and delivered mail to that house, the UPS man, Amazon, DHL, FedEx, anybody that been to that house and went in the house, they need to have their cuffs. We need to go.
You're cuffed, detective. Cuff him. Cuff him now.
Would take the case from simply concerning to truly horrific was yet to be found. Cushman had been sharing this house not only with her own children, but her girlfriend, also named Jen.
Hold up, man. How the hell she get to adopt kids in that living environment? So these people in foster care, man, come to the office right now. I ain't do the clip. We come to the office. Just direct them. So these people in foster care that be giving the issue with these kids out just don't give a single solitary damn. They don't care. Because if you've seen that house in that situation at all, and if they got caseworkers that come by, don't they got to come check on these folks? The caseworker supposed to come check on these folks, right? I might be mistaken, but that is a failure from the system. The government failed these people. If they gave this woman babies to live in that shit, they wrong. Now that kitchen out of hand. I knew it was nasty when I seen her put that cigarette in that officer's face. Damn, I missed that part. Man, that's disgusting. There's babies in there. It's babies in there. There's babies in there. We locking everybody up in the house. That's what I'm talking about. See, everybody got to go. Everybody got to go, man. Like they failed that baby, man. They failed all three of them kids, man. Adopted. Yeah, all three of
Amy,
them.
her
And Jamie,
girlfriend's
you ain't shit
kids,
neither.
and a 16-year-old girl who was not related. There was also another couple
Y'all got all. Wait, it's another couple.
Staying with them. But before
So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 people in that mother house.
investigators could get too far, Cushman attempted to pull a fast one with the authorities.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Knowing that I have a bad standing with CYFD, I feel safe. Because I have a bad standing with CYFD.
Like in reference to like what? Like what's the standing?
Like she doesn't like me.
Okay. Is there a reason why?
Yeah, because she came out here and she took an infant from me and we fought it in court.
Okay. Did you get that infant back?
No.
No?
It wasn't my infant.
Okay.
Yeah. And she does not like me. So
the one I'm walking around with?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't feel like I'm gonna get a fair.
Something ain't right. She lying. Something not right, bro. Come on, bro. Come on. Let's talk.
Detective, in my office. Now.
So they supposed to do periodic visits, and they came. Look like they've been coming out. That's why we reached. That's why she's saying she's feeling uncomfortable with CYFS in her house because they fought for an infant. That wasn't her infant. Was it her girlfriend's infant? And how do they keep getting all of these goddamn kids if they having so much problems with defects? How is that? If you get 1, 2, 3 strikes, you keep giving these people more kids? What the hell, bro? I'm not understanding that. Like, how the hell she got the dog healthy looking? Them folk love dogs more than they like people. And you know that. You know them folk love dogs more than they love people. Straight up, man. Ubi, I don't trust her with a turtle. Exactly what the system got going on. Like, how y'all keep giving this lady these babies back, bro? Time and time again.
Because I mean, in all honesty.
Oh, man, what's up, IG? What's up, Marky 912? What's up, man? I hope y'all having a good time over there. Appreciate y'all
there's
tapping in.
stuff here and there, but no one's home is perfect.
But nothing to climb somewhere from a lot of these things.
It's safe to say that the investigators were, in fact, alarmed. They would seek to learn more about the baby later, but currently needed to focus on the situation at the house and the state of the children living there. After sending Cushman back inside the house, the investigators finally catch up with 14-year-old CK to ask her what had been going on.
I really need you to be honest with me. I need you to talk to me about these things, okay? Because other people are telling us. So whether you...
Y'all, quick, we ain't gonna go in the office. We gonna come to the side over here. Come to the side over here. Come over here. Let me talk to you. CK, they interviewing her around the person that's suspected to be the abuser or the one in this horrible living situation. Do you think CK is going to be able to tell the truth with her abusers right 5 yards away from her in hearing distance? You think she's going to be comfortable speaking truthfully to you? Y'all let me know. Yeah, no, she should be. If she want to get out of that situation, she should be comfortable speaking to the law enforcement. No, she's not going to feel comfortable, because the law enforcement might leave her there and she has to deal with what's going to happen, the repercussions and the consequences after. We seen a horrible case on yesterday.
Just tell us everything or not, we're still going to be involved. And you're the older one. I need you to tell us the truth. You can look in his eyes this time and tell that he's scared. Yes. And he's never been afraid of us.
But this wasn't the only surprise investigators were in for, as a new party arrived on the scene while they were chatting with the kids.
That's just Laura. I thought she didn't live here anymore. She didn't. She doesn't. She lives in Clovis.
What Laura was suddenly doing on the scene was anyone's guess. The specifics of why weren't needed for investigators to know that there was more going on than met the eye.
Yeah.
You okay this time? You don't look okay this time.
I'm nervous though.
It's okay. You don't have to be nervous. Remember last time? It was okay. I'm never going to be mean to you. You're not going to be in trouble for anything we talk about.
See, man, why you
Okay.
can't do this? You
Okay.
cannot do this, bro. You can't do that. You cannot have this type of talk and conversation in front of the perpetrators with these kids. You can't do that. That is defects is dropping the ball. Right now, y'all dropping the ball. Take these babies away so they can feel safe to tell you exactly what's going on. So where we watched yesterday that the kids wasn't safe, and y'all talked through the baby through the fucking screen though, and he was getting sticks and stuff put up his butt, bro. Do your job. If you're not willing to go 115% in these type of jobs, go work at McDonald's, bro. People's lives depend on this shit. Just because you want to take the shortcut, drive their ass to the station. Drive them to the station. Drive them to the station. That's just me. What y'all feel?
And it's okay. She already told me. So we already know about it. People have already told us.
It needs to be a limit on how many kids you can foster, adopt, or at least make it where you have to make so much income per child before being able to get them. Oh, we got to talk about that. Y'all. We got to talk about that, movie. We got to go to the office. I'm sorry. We got to talk about that.
Detective, in my office. Now.
Boo. Half the time, boo. You know these folk be getting them goddamn children just for a check. And they don't be doing shit with these children. These children be out here penny pinching and scraping the ground, trying to get around and trying to survive. And they send them to school looking like any kind of way, being any kind of way, while they got that little $800 to $1,000, $1,100 check, and they use it for bills and other shit and cruises and whatnot. And these babies out here suffering, and they just get another one and another one and another one just to get a check. Not because they care about kids, just to get a check. I seen it. It's going on in Brunswick right now. Some of the people you may know doing the same goddamn thing. They sorry. They trash people. Straight up, man. They are doing that wrong. Straight up, bro. Right. Bro, they are definitely not handling that correct. They get a check for each child. Oh, yeah, sis, they get a check. Let's get back to it. Ooh, they done got me hot already.
The horrifying details of what the children revealed would be learned later. For now, after speaking with the children, the officer and the child services investigator had to make a decision on how to move forward. What they came up with did not go over well with Cushman or her girlfriend Jamie Senna, who had rushed home from work when she heard the police were there.
Based on the report we got, and the kids did confirm everything. So the kids were very forthcoming this time.
This is an interrogation tactic. By stating that the kids have told them everything this time, she makes...
Muff, hey girl, you ain't too late. We just stumbled upon a little studette, and a baby old stud. They adopted several kids. They're in the house of horrors, shitty toilets, dirty floors, molded bathrooms, and whatnot. And now they came up to the scene, and now they trying to talk to the kids with the people right there who do this the perpetrators right there who do this abuse to these kids. They're trying to get a true statement from the kids right on the scene with the people within ear distance of hearing what these people say. So I think I'm just mad that they handling these kids like that in front of these people who's supposed to be the abusers, and you doing interrogation on scene and these people can hear. I just think that was wrong. I just think that was wrong, man. Welcome in. What's up, Fly High, man? You ain't late. I just gave you a rundown. This is what we doing. We back at the case. Let's do it. Big salute to everybody tapping in.
Makes it clear that she already knows what's going on, as this puts pressure on Cushman and Senna to say something that matches what the kids have said. What's most interesting here is that Cushman doesn't make any denials and doesn't ask what the kids have said. Based on the evidence gathered, the police returned a short time later with a search warrant for the Cushman property.
I just said it happening in Brunswick. And people that we know right now, people we know, I know for sure, I know what's happening in Brunswick. For sure. Man, love them kids as much as you can, man. I hope them motherfuckers go to jail, and I'm sorry for my French this morning. I won't say it again, but I had to say that one time.
Which one's Fishman?
I hope they go to prison.
I'm Agent Villarreal. I don't know if you guys remember me from last time.
Yes, sir.
This is Sergeant Hernandez from Corpus
Big screen. Let's walk through it.
We do have a search warrant. You guys have your cell phones. Those are also being seized, okay?
Oh, I got a question. Little Dollar General just popped on the scene. Little Dollar General just popped on the scene. From Little Dollar General just popped on the scene. All I want to know is,
You're cuffed, detective. Cuff him. Cuff him now.
we cuffing her, right? Little Dollar General, I want to cuff her. I want to cuff her up.
It's part of the search warrant. On the search warrant. You turn it off.
Can I tell something to you?
Yeah.
There's going to be a phone videos on there.
That's not my concern.
Okay.
That is not my concern. I know, trust me, the person who's going to be extracting the data is me. Okay? So that is not a part of our investigation. Whether there is or not, we don't care. I don't care. That is not our concern. That's not why we're here. That's not the data that we need. Okay? So we're only going to extract data that we need. That's it. And we'll give them back to you.
Both phones were seized, along with the required passcodes, as the search warrant dictated. It's an interesting question of what would have happened if they'd refused to hand over their passcodes. Though the warrant technically required them to hand over this information, it cannot actually force them to comply. However, refusing could result in them being found in contempt of court. In theory, by disobeying the warrant, the court could put them in jail right then and there until they produced the passcode. With their phones in the hands of the police, the full scope of the horror would soon be revealed. And it was more deplorable than anyone could have expected, despite Cushman's apparently jovial attitude.
Do you guys have any questions for me or anything?
No, sir. Y'all are just doing the job.
The police, however, did have a...
That right there was what we seen earlier this morning, and I said she was guilty from there, y'all. Yes, sir, Risky. Yep, them Dollar General folks be around here on drugs, around here in Atlanta too. Around here in Atlanta too, Dollar General and Dollar Tree. But you gonna get in a fight in one of them. Clank, clank, like they ass slap up, see? Hey, I'm picking up what you putting down for sure, and I hope they all go to fucking prison. Yeah, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut. Hey, where are they? Looks like they're in Mexico. Texaco, New Mexico. Usually people with that amount of privacy and that many children doing something out of bounds. Look like there are no neighbors. Straight up. Right. I got them cheering ducked off. Ooh, thank you, booby. Yeah, for sure. We lock their ass up. We here.
Few more questions for Cushman.
Big screen.
So the 357?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep my mouth shut a little bit.
Gotcha.
I wish I didn't know that before that, because man, I wasn't prepared for that kickback.
Gotcha. Yeah. Miss a good time.
Well, yeah, and because I wasn't wearing my earplugs right, the noise, my ears rang for like a week.
Yep. So we'll just call you guys down there so you guys can pick them up.
Yeah.
You know what? We'll probably even just bring them to you if you're here.
You can call my phone, but it's
that's right. Just bring them here.
Small talk complete and the warrant served, the police took their leave, thanking Cushman for being so cooperative. As the police combed through Cushman and Senna's phones, they uncovered the unthinkable horrors that took place in that house and immediately asked Jamie Senna to come by the station to answer a few questions. What she ended up revealing was enough to shock even the most seasoned detectives. The following footage has been analyzed by a qualified team, including a licensed professional counselor,
So they went and got Dollar General.
a licensed clinical psychologist, a licensed attorney, a former
Honestly, I
detective,
can't even lie.
a licensed
I'm a little
polygraph
apprehensive
examiner,
as well,
and a former...
because what we had to go through yesterday, it was real like that. So I'm apprehensive as well. But hey, we already here. We finna go on through it together.
hostage negotiation commander and instructor.
Like I told you on the phone,
Y'all, if y'all have
Wanna
any
do some
cases y'all
follow-up
want me to
and
just drop them in my
status.
inbox. We'll review them.
and stuff
That's what
like
we do.
that. First and foremost, you are here voluntarily.
Yes.
Okay, I know you said you have an attorney. Do you still want to speak with us with your own attorney?
That's fine.
Okay.
That's your rights too.
The officers read Senna her Miranda rights, though she wasn't under arrest. Little did the officer...
Detectives. anytime you get in any situation, no, this one of them moments. I'm sorry. Y'all gonna have to get
Detective, in my office. Now.
this is quick. Anytime you find yourself in front of law enforcement and they're asking you questions, get your lawyer. Even if you don't have one, say I would like my lawyer. Straight up. Don't get to talking to these folks.
No, Senna was hiding more than one shocking secret, and she wasn't the only one listening in on this conversation.
How's everything been going since?
I've just been working.
Been
I
working?
moved out of the house.
You moved out?
Yes, I moved out.
You live there anymore? You still in a relationship with Jamie?
Yep.
You guys split up?
Yes.
What was the reason for that?
Oh.
I lost my kids.
Oh, so you was the one that was fighting for
it broke me.
In the past, Senna had also been in contact with CYFD due to conflicts with her older stepdaughter. This, combined with the horrors uncovered in Cushman's house, resulted in Senna losing custody of her children. The police also took this opportunity to ask what she knew of Cushman's children. Senna explained that RK and CK were Cushman's sister's biological children, but Cushman had taken custody soon after they were born. AB wasn't related to Cushman and had been placed with her by CYFD years ago.
So, okay, so that's your niece and your nephew, and you only got one adopted kid. Okay. So I can take some of the flack off the
When
system.
Cushman lived in Texas.
How old was he when you guys got him?
I wonder why she moved from Texas to New Mexico, trying to dodge some of that bullshit she been doing.
And he's 11 now?
What y'all think? Why she moved from Texas to New Mexico?
I've only been living with Jamie since like the end of March. Like officially legal. Living there, moved in since like March.
This year?
Mm-hmm. I haven't really been there that long.
In an exclusive interview with Ewu, a victim of Jamie Cushman named Jamie McDaniel shared there was some confusion on how AB came to be in Cushman's custody.
So how she was able to bring another child into the home? No idea. But Texas was like, hey, this kid needs help. Take him. She didn't go through the formal CPS. It was a phone call. Hey, I'm getting taken to jail. Will you come get my kid? Cushman said, yep, be right there. CPS let her leave with them. That was the end of it. Sweetest kid. He was loving. Oh my gosh. He wanted to be held. He wanted to be.
She said he was loving. Did that baby die as well? Was that baby harmed? I want to know now. Let's see what Miss Jamie got to say.
Cuddled. And of course, Cushman always wanted a boy. So
I hate y'all little trashy ass. Come in my damn office. We ain't even be 30 minutes. I can hit you coming out.
Detective, in my office. Now.
I want to put her ass I want to put her country little butt in the in some cups too. Cause why you wait? Why? So when she was your friend before you got former in front of your name, you didn't have the audacity or the decency to say, this girl out here abusing these children. Now, it's some things I let my niggas. I'm not finna snitch on my nigga for cheating. I'm not finna snitch on my niggas for stealing. I'm not finna snitch on my niggas for none of that trivial bullshit. But I'm snitching on their ass if they do something to a child. I'm gonna snitch and I'm gonna go to court and I'm gonna sit on the stand and I'm gonna point right in. It was that boy right there, my cousin. I love him, but it was him. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. So don't do nothing around me about no kids. I'm gonna snitch on your ass. I'm gonna tell. I'm gonna record it, videotape it. I'm going directly to the police. I'm gonna tell your mama, your children, your grandfather. I'm gonna make sure that everybody know you were a kid abuser. Because I protect kids. Kids and ladies, that don't fly with me. Y'all niggas on your own.
So at first, this was like answer to her prayers. He got everything he wanted. He got his own room. We bought so many clothes and toys for this kid. Very, very quickly, the problems became too much for her. He was defiant. He wouldn't potty train correctly. He wanted to eat all the time. So when he got to this house where she was willing to give
God
him
damn,
anything
this
and
sound
everything
like
he
from
wanted,
yesterday. Didn't the
of
same
course
dad
he's
do
going
the
to eat all
same
the
thing
time.
to the
He's a
boy?
kid.
Because he wanted to do
He's
all
not
of
going to
this?
stop and think, oh, well, maybe this is too much. So he would
That's
eat
what
to
I'm
the point where he
saying.
made himself sick.
That's all the names they got available in Mexico. Jamie with the Y, Jamie with the I, Jamie with 2 E's. Like, damn, a little stud must have had a type, didn't she? She had a little
Well,
type.
Cushman was like, no, that's
Sis,
not good. So
straight
all of a
up.
sudden he was being punished.
Hey, Mom.
Nobody checked on him, no.
Y'all, it's Detective Mama in the building. Hey, Mom. Y'all say good morning to Detective Mama. Love you too, Mama. You done missed it. They in here beating on them chilling. I know it make you mad. They in there beating on them cheering now.
Not one time from the time he got to our home in Farwell till when he got picked up, not one time did someone come to visit him and be like, hey, you're not even supposed to be in this state. Hey, you're not even supposed to be with this woman. That was never brought up. Tell me how a whole state lost this child.
Worse, according to McDaniel, Cushman had already been reported to CPS at the time she got custody of AB. This was massively worse.
Little stud don't give a damn. She thugging it. She real thugging. She thugging hard. Little stud motherfucking don't care.
Especially considering what police
She
knew
crossing
about
state
how
lines.
AB had
She
been
doing all
treated.
kind of.
Senna might have been a recent addition to the house, but police suspected that she could be hiding more than one dark secret. They would uncover exactly what it was during their interview.
Man, let me ask y'all something. I ain't even going to the office. Hey, how y'all get these studs that be fat and burly and looking like booty poo, but y'all won't get a man that look like that? What's the difference? I just wanted to know that. I be saying that often.
How were they fed? For the food, everyone had this, all the kids had the same amount of food.
Every dinner, every lunch, every meal, we had every single food group.
Okay.
Like, I mean, they had, you know those little trays you get at Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
They got the 3
sections?
Yeah. All of those were always full.
Okay.
How was the discipline situation?
Yeah, it was always redirecting. It's not like I told the lawyer, redirect, over and over and over, time out to their room. And if it ended up screaming and kicking and fighting, then they gotta get in there, boy, right now too, boo. Right here.
Who would do the discipline?
Jamie.
Would you do the discipline?
No.
What kind of discipline would you do?
Timeouts.
Timeout.
Y'all love them little roly poly stud bears, but when it come to us, you a fat in there, you fat such and such. You ain't you're fat. Like, why we gotta get there? But y'all love on little cuddly bear, but y'all don't love on us. Y'all got me in the gym about to kill my knees because I don't want to be a fat boy no more. Yeah, man. Y'all trip that, man. Modesty.
So what's
every once in a while, yes, I did. Like my son, if he started kicking and screaming, I would pat him on the and to his room.
Though Senna portrayed what she thought was a rather favorable image of the children at home, the appalling reality was a far cry from it. This truth surfaced during the search conducted by the police at the Cushman residence.
New Mexico State Police, we have a search warrant. We have a search warrant. New Mexico State Police, come to the door.
State Police, search warrant.
New Mexico State Police, we have a search warrant. Come to the door.
When their announcements went unanswered, police entered the residence anyway. Despite the officer's suspicions, no one was found in the residence. Just as before, however, emaciated dogs were running free all over the property, and police had to take extra care to make sure that none of them were aggressive. One of the first things the police probably noticed was how different the inside of the house appeared compared to the previous visit.
State Police, search warrant!
Oh, it's clean. He cleaned it up. He cleaned it up.
Clear?
Yeah, she cleaned it up. Okay. See? Okay.
John, did you clear that spot? Yeah.
7. It's 7 Eastern our time, boo. It's 7. What's What's up, Nick?
Anybody clear over here?
Nick Smell? What's up, man?
State police, search warrant!
Dirty dishes were no longer overflowing from the sink. The toilets were empty and the water was back on.
She said she was in the hospital, though. So, hey, come to my office. Come on. We got to come to the office. We got to talk. We got to see you.
Detective, in my office. Now.
So, are we apologizing, team, as detectives? Are we apologizing for that when she said she was in the hospital, so shit was a little out of whack? Or is she allowed to have that moment? She was in the hospital. She came clean. She couldn't clean it up. But now you go in that mud and it looks completely different. It's clean. It's together. What we doing? We apologizing or no? Y'all let me know. Because we gonna stay together now. We gonna be rebellious. We gonna be rebellious to the end. We can't be flipping and flopping. We saying F them. We saying F them now. Let me know. Let me know what we doing.
A former friend of the Cushman family, however, was able to offer a theory on the matter. Matthew came forward to talk to the police once he heard on the news that Cushman was being investigated. He'd reported Cushman to CYFD multiple times, starting around 2014, 8 years earlier than what was happening now. But none of his efforts ever led to a formal investigation. His theory about why nothing ever happened was highly concerning.
Call CPS or CPS their call on, they get a heads up somehow. And Jamie and Laura get a heads up somehow from CPS through whoever. I don't know if it's a law enforcement that lets them know or.
How do you know that?
Because the time I called, the kids would clean up everything and she'd get them all dressed up in matching outfits.
Unfortunately, state police would discover that this was only one example of how local law enforcement had failed to capture evidence of the children's suffering until it was too late.
Somebody giving her the drop. Come on, we gonna come right here. Somebody giving her the drop, so when them folk come through, she clean up and put babies in matching outfits, according to my boy. So this time she wasn't able to get the drop, and they caught her with her pants down. So now she cleaned it up afterwards. She usually cleaned it up before because she got the drop. I bet you she had the drop when she was in Texas. Now she in New Mexico. She ain't got that drop. But just like D-Love D, you took the words out of my mouth. But you want to say this shit now? Everybody concerned now? That's what it look like. We got a dirty cop. Somebody is spinning or a dirty CPS. Lock them all up. Watching this until the 9th hour. Lock them all up. Lock them all up. Everybody can go to jail. Everybody can die tonight.
And if they try to get out, they
I don't care about no
some kind of alarm.
What kind of bunk bed is that? That ain't even no bunk bed, shawty. That ain't even no bunk bed, shawty. Back there, bro. I want to go back, but we too deep. On back there, she had that bed on a 2x4 on the wall, and it was like some plywood, 2x4 on the wall. The plywood hanging onto the lip of the 2x4. I hope they go back in that mug, boy.
Yeah, sounds like you like to pick people that up.
So random.
A lot.
I guarantee they were up to something. Think they'll be giving us a 48?
Yeah, it do look like a little clubhouse you build when you young.
After finding the chains next to the beds, the investigators might have thought they'd already discovered the worst of the suffering. But this was just the beginning, and they never could have guessed just how inhumane some of the children's treatment had been. Police found more chains and padlocks, secreted away in a drawer.
All them crosses right there. All them crosses on that wall right there make me think you in some cult activity, man. That don't give me Jesus. That don't give me God. That give me some sick stuff. Like you culted out. You went too far. That lady had at least 100 crosses on the wall. Am I being too harsh right now? But that's weird to me.
Beside Cushman and Senna's bed, it seemed that with every room they searched, more disturbing evidence was unearthed.
See the other one?
Oh yeah.
Look at that wall.
And then
Timmy, right here. All right, let's go.
It's houses. Yeah, for real. Real Jim Jones like. Real Jim Jones like.
When investigators eventually confronted Senna with these sickening details, she revealed a surprise of her own.
The chains, the alarms.
What was that for?
Just because Jamie has said that he has gotten out of the house and broke into neighbors' houses. So it's an alarm they put on him, but the pin pulls out real quick, and they have free range of the entire house.
Typically, children with such severe behavioral problems have been mistreated, especially if they're under 12 years of age.
I don't know how to explain it, but there's the black box, okay, and then the chain goes on their ankle, and the little pin goes into the black box. The second that pin pops out, the alarm screams. But they have free range of everywhere. They're not.
Was CYFD aware of that?
As far as I know when they came.
You know damn well that defects did not know you had this baby and no chain and a damn alarm. Stop lying. Lock her up, bro. All these damn shower curtains pissing me off. That's what I'm saying, bro. Like, do every way it's a shower curtain. I'm not getting in the tub. I'm going in the bedroom.
Like, I honestly, I don't know all of that.
Though Senna didn't yet seem to realize it, she just implicated herself in the awful happenings inside the house.
Yeah,
While executing the search warrant, police had found the so-called screamers that Senna was talking about.
that's the alarm.
Did you videotape it?
Yeah, we do.
There's a little thing that comes off too.
So they won't leave? They know when they leave?
Yeah.
Oh wow. It's horrible, man. That's not right for children. Or any person for that matter.
The police found more chains and screamers beside every bed in the room. Back with Senna, the chains weren't the only thing police planned to confront her about.
So if CYD would come, because let's be real, that house was not the best, cleanest house ever. It was always dirty.
This is unsafe. You got the recording?
Yeah.
Crazy in here, dude. What's up with that door?
Huh?
And every time CYD showed up, you guys would start picking it up, correct?
I was.
Who was she called to give her time to pick up the house?
I don't know.
In addition to more evidence of the callous disregard and treatment of the children, the police also found a strange area attached to the laundry room at the Cushman residence.
Oh.
What?
It just leads back. It just leads back here.
It look like some shit out of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It look like some Wrong Turn type vibes.
What? I'm good.
Nothing relevant was found in this strange area, but it was a different story entirely when they searched the backyard.
It's behind.
Yeah, they got whipped when they wet that bed.
There's an AC on this side.
This small structure would become very important to the case soon enough.
Hey, police!
But they cameras trash.
Those who tried to report this terrible mistreatment of the children in living conditions met with the short end of the stick. In an exclusive interview with Ewu, Matthew shared more about his frustration with law enforcement after he alleged that they told Cushman he was the one who reported her.
So I got to go talk to Doug Bowman, city cop. And I go over and I'm like, what is this? Well, you got a restraining order against you from Jamie Cushman and them, blah, 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 says you harassed them, whatever. And I was like, Doug, the kids are getting chained to a bed. I said, your cop messed up. No, their story checks out.
What Matthew didn't know is that the chains were only one aspect of what was going on.
Damn,
The
so
officer
somebody
in
was trying to
question
get
also
him.
asked Matthew to provide photo or video proof of his accusations, which just wasn't feasible thanks to the iron grip Cushman kept on everyone in the house.
If I was taking pictures of Flash at night, she would have lit me up and it'd been over with, and she'd have a way to cover it up. Doug, I said, is this going to be the one time that the kids slipped through the cracks? He said, well, I guess so.
Matthew was no longer welcome on Cushman's property after the police allegedly told her about his involvement.
And then the cops in Clovis wouldn't believe me. They said they treated me like I was a criminal. Like I did something. They actually threatened me with having a false report on somebody.
Sadly, this was only one example of the frustrating experiences witnesses had with local law enforcement. In an exclusive interview with Ewu, Alicia Brand, a former friend, roommate, and partner of Cushman, shared more.
Cushman got to have somebody in the force. It's no way that she's getting reported by 3 and 4 and 5 people, and she's able to wag and make what excuse, what reason can you make when a police officer tell you, bruh, she chaining these folk to the bed? What else is needed? What else is needed, y'all? Let's get back to it. Like, bruh, this is despicable.
More on the subject.
I made, between CPS and the Texaco police, it had to be like 75 calls. It had
30
to.
minutes now, y'all.
I did it anonymously for a while until I didn't care anymore. Hi, I'm calling again. Hi, I'm calling again. And maybe I'd get a different person on the line and they'd be like, no, I'm going to put good notes in this. Like the notes from last time don't really look like that. And I'd be like, what do you mean? And I'd tell them from the beginning, and then I'd tell them currently, and I'd tell them, and I'd spend hours on the line over and over and over trying to get someone else out there. I'd be like, please don't send the local sheriff. Please don't send, the same people that have been
plugged in. She was plugged in.
We need someone bigger.
The state police were determined to handle things differently. They tracked down Sheriff Doug Bowman and brought him in for an interview of his own.
Over the course of my career over here, 14 years, I've been over there. I can't tell you exactly how many times, but it's been a handful of times.
Oh, he the dirty mug. Sorry about my French. So he the dirt. This who Sheriff Bowman is the dirty one. I think I might have missed who they said was dirty.
I've been over there with CYFD. Mm-hmm. I found it unusual that every time we went, the accusations that were made, there was no evidence or foundation to believe what they were doing was wrong. Was the house dirty and not the best that it could be? Yeah. But I've been in a lot of houses like that in my career that didn't.
He should have been took off the case. Come on, man. Come on. Y'all heard what y'all just heard. Come on.
Detective, in my office. Now.
So that the sheriff said those living conditions that we saw, that was fine for the kids. Chains on the bed was fine for the kids. They don't have the ability to take them chains down that fast. So are we locking him up? Are we putting him in cuffs? Y'all let me know. Yeah, he got to go in cuffs too. If he's willingly admitting that he dropped the ball, he needs to be charged too. No, he didn't say he dropped the ball. He just said the house was nasty. And I agree. The house is nasty. That's not a crime. Y'all let me know. We back to it.
Justify taking kids out of there.
I literally took the chains off the wall. We have chains and evidence on every single wall where the bed's at.
Kenny, I don't doubt you guys.
You never saw a chain hung up next to the bed.
Damn, they done stole our lane, bro. How they take our job where the evidence don't matter? Dang, bro, Well, he used to work here. I ain't even gonna tell him. We started the company together. That my boy. That my boy old Stanley Bowman. He done went on there to become a sheriff. Hey, he took the practice. He took the practice on the road.
No, sir. There was never a change.
Back in the interrogation room, Senna was growing more and more distressed.
Tell me about the dungeon outside.
What dungeon?
The storage shit outside the house.
The one in the front yard right there?
In the back.
In the back.
In the backyard?
Yes.
With the snake and the cats, what's that used for?
Police first learned about the dungeon when they asked about Cushman's uncle James, who sometimes lived on the back part of the property. Why he built it and what he utilized it for remains unknown. Police were pretty sure that they found the dungeon in question while carrying out the search warrant on the property.
Something's in there, huh? Was an air conditioner in here?
Do you think that's like what they say the dungeon is?
No, you're probably right.
That's what I'm thinking, because there's an
air conditioner.
Yeah. Where your baton fit?
Got it. Yeah, I don't want to bet on it.
My granddaddy used to have a shed like that on Cleveland Street. I used to be in that motherfucker like it was my clubhouse.
There you go.
Man, nothing. Girl, we grown. I be cussing. Hell, shit.
Oh,
See, my mama ain't like
It's a
that.
dungeon,
She ain't
bro.
like that. You grown. You a grown woman.
Hold on, let me photograph it. Still hot.
Yeah.
Got a cat in there? Oh, that's his little sex room. Uncle James done made him a little sex shit.
Arrow? There's a toilet in here?
Wow, Unc got him a whole living situation. For the free, off the land. That boy
Got a SIM card?
SIM card?
Is there a camera?
In addition to a crossbow, camera, chains, and an abundance of cats, the investigators also found another critical piece of evidence that would be significant later. Senna, however, had a different explanation for the shed dungeon altogether.
Dungeon.
Who?
Andy and Rob stay there.
Who's Andy and Rob?
The two people with the baby? Where's the baby now?
They're in Oklahoma, as far as I know. The baby got taken away.
Did you ever put the kids in there?
No.
Now, grown folks can cuss because they grown. You know what I'm saying? But as long as y'all don't cuss at my mama, we cuss at my mama, boy, it's pressure. Girl, boy, transmission or not. But around her age, I came up with Marines. But I can't, as long as you don't cuss at my mama. I let my kids cuss around me, so.
It's never gone in there.
Maybe
I'm at 100%.
Police needed to find out how much Jamie Senna was aware of what was happening to the children, and what her exact role was in the cycle of mistreatment that so clearly pervaded Cushman's inner circle. They clearly suspected that she wasn't telling them the whole truth, though the reason why was more complex than they could have predicted.
Whose idea was it to do that?
She looked like she should be bad back in her day. She should be a little baddie.
So you had no play in installing those chains, or did you ever tie them to their ankles? Did you personally tie them?
Once, I think.
To who? You tied it once?
But I've never did it tied.
If you did it once, you did it twice. If you did it twice, you did it repeatedly.
Would you chain your... Like that?
She looked like a liar. Lock her ass up.
Obviously, police had to question this, especially after what they'd heard from witnesses. Alicia admitted that Cushman tried to pressure her to discipline the children when she first moved in.
In the beginning, I just noticed that there were excessive
However you rock, you know what I'm saying? But
these kids would be spanked, dragged to where they were being spanked, picked up by the ear and moved and being spanked. There was one time where she was like, if they're not where they're supposed to be, I grab them by the ear and I move them. I expect you to do that. So I didn't. One day I told her what happened. So she hit me. She punched me in the chest. She said I should never undermine her parenting, that she can discipline her children how she wishes.
Jamie McDaniel had a similarly...
Damn, big stud! Big stud! Don't question me. Damn, but y'all won't let no man do that, though. Y'all won't let no man do that. We get beat up. We'll beat her. We abusive. We trash. We ass. We doop de doop de loop doop boop. But this girl can come punch on you, and y'all accept that. Y'all accept that in the stud world. Boy, you talk about the damn double standard. Let me go ahead. Let me go back to the case. Hold on. Let me see what my people talking about. Lying more than once daily, probably. Yes, D-Love, daily. How old are your kids that cuss? I give mine to equal 26, 22, 19. All my kids grown. All my kids grown, man. So I this is this it's different. Pew, honey, not her chest plate back. I'm talking shit. I would have been in that bar rumbling with Big Shirley, boy. Me and Shirley.
Blake history with Cushman, which began when she was only 15.
One day, she had pushed me and I had hit the wall and I had like bounced off of it. And of course, like I'm going to catch myself because I think I'm falling. And she thought I was coming at her for pushing me. She knocked me in my face over the love seat. She then flipped the love seat over on top of me, made Melanson, herself, all the kids sit on top of this love seat so I could not move. I'm claustrophobic to a degree. I have panic attacks. I have anxiety attacks at this point. I had such a bad anxiety attack under there. I pissed my britches. I threw up. And then I was made to clean it up when they finally decided that I was allowed to come out from underneath the love seat. I had to clean that up myself.
McDaniel's story only became darker from there. If Cushman was capable of behaving like this, police had to wonder what else her children had been subjected to. Even with all of this in mind, there were still stomach-churning details to be uncovered regarding the children. As it turns out, the children weren't only punished physically. Matthew said that they were also frequently humiliated as a form of discipline.
Looked like something you'd see in a World War II POW camp.
Damn.
Well, she was probably 9 or 10 at the time, maybe.
Mad
They
at
would
her.
make her wear just her underwear, no shirt, no bottom and stuff, around me just to embarrass her, and I said, honey, don't worry about it.
This poor child was standing in the corner for days at a time. She started making her do exercises as punishment. It was do a wall squat for 30 minutes.
Okay, that's
no one
reasonable.
can do a wall squat for 30 minutes. I am sorry. I don't care who you are. That is not an easy task.
State police found a way to confirm at least some of what they'd been told while executing the search warrant, and it was worse than they ever could have imagined.
There's going to be a camera as soon as you walk in on the wall. That's the shame.
Yeah.
The beds were here. It got moved.
That's real, modesty.
In addition to taking all the chains, locks, and screeners they could find, the police also collected a camera mounted on the wall in the first children's bedroom. The footage retrieved from this camera, which was also downloaded to Cushman and Senna's phones, would ultimately reveal the entire sickening truth of what took place in the house and who the perpetrators were.
And like I said, we extracted data from both y'all's phones. We've extracted data from the video cameras. And some of the videos are not good. Like, not good.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, she knew what was going on there. You talking about, okay, that was, my reply would have been like, what you mean? What you mean? Hold on, wait, let me see.
We extracted over 1,400 videos.
Wow.
That's just some. That's not everything. Okay. This is James' phone. You can see here, who's that?
The kids? Okay.
Who's that? I know the picture is a little small.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No, I guess that's either.
Okay. You see what they're eating? So right here on this one, bowl spaghetti, right? How do you feed a dog? You put them outside in a bowl. Here's your food, right?
Yeah.
Put the bowl of food in the bathtub naked and they're eating it with their hands. It wasn't even a bowl? It wasn't even a bowl. It was the food thrown inside the bathtub. Nasty ass bathtub.
She was told me that was a fun thing they did. They filmed the bathroom.
It was a fun thing that they did, making the
detective in my office now.
We locked her up. She said she thought it was a fun thing for Big John Stud to throw the spaghetti in the tub and make these folk eat it like pigs out of trough, like it's slop. And she thought that was a fun thing. Are we locking her up? Y'all let me know. We locking her up or what? Ain't nobody saying that. We ain't locking her up. Okay.
Bathtub of spaghetti because they saw it on a video or YouTube or something.
What sick
I
person
see.
does that?
I didn't know that.
Expeditiously.
She said it was fun.
I thought you said you were song.
I never seen the picture. She told me.
We should have locked her up with
She
Big
told me
John
about it.
Stud.
And I was like, well,
When
that
she
sounds
walked
like a
up there with
fun
that
thing.
Dollar General
And you
shirt on,
see
we should have
people
put her
doing
in
it.
prison.
You think that's fun?
Like, I'm thinking not a bathtub, okay? I'm thinking like one of those big up era pools.
Cuff them, Dano. Oh,
Kids
that's the
can really
next.
play
We're
around.
going to have book them. We're going to get book them,
You
Dano. That's
see
going to be our next graphic.
people with the jello or whatever. I'm thinking fun. The
Deshaun,
way
know
she
what's up?
described it to me
Yes, and
sounded
let her
fun.
eat it off the floor. Yes.
You know, like a slippery
Seriously.
side of spaghetti. Like, that's what I'm picturing.
Straight up.
I didn't know that.
What would you do if you saw your daughter like that?
I would lose it.
As it turned out, the spaghetti pictures weren't the first time the bathtub had been misused as a feeding trough.
And she had done.
I just call that. And then didn't they say in the beginning that the bathtub had mold all over? You remember? Bathtub shower was molded. That was one thing that stuck out in my mind. And y'all were feeding these babies out of there, boy. Life.
Cottage cheese
Life.
in there. They had been there probably for days
Lock her up.
because it was growing mold. And she was allowing them to eat it.
Unfortunately, this was just one of many incidents involving food.
And she got this like the blue
Good morning,
pools,
LaShawn.
like
Thank
the
you for being
plastic
here.
ones.
Detective
She filled
Lewis.
it with pudding.
We solving this case.
We made it was like
I
10
appreciate
gallons
you.
of milk
Make sure you subscribe and hit the
and
notification
so
bell so
many
you can be
boxes
here.
of pudding and sprinkles and whipped cream. And she made this pool of pudding. She made the kids get in there and eat it. I don't remember if it was the boy or the youngest girl, but they were going to pee their pants. They had to go to the bathroom so bad. And they didn't get out of the pool all the way in time, which is gross in its own, right? Like you just peed in a pool of pudding.
That they're
And
eating.
so the oldest girl jumped out, threw a fit because she was sitting in a puddle of pudding. Like, of course you're going to react to that. So she jumps out. Well, Cushman gets mad. And those two kids are made to eat so much of that pudding. Mind you, now it has dirt in it. It has leaves in it. It has pee in it. These kids have been getting out and in, and they have toys in there, and they've made buckets, and it's this disgusting
Hey,
mess.
Nita.
It's
Good
starting to
morning.
smell. It's warm outside. It's been sitting outside for hours at this point. She makes them start eating it until they're both so sick they can't stand it.
Things got really, really messed up when the youngest one started having accidents. That's when they started blending the food. If we were having something for dinner, it got thrown in a blender with her drink, her everything, and that's what she was expected to eat. The first time they had put like stuff that's not necessarily too gross together, some fruit and like a piece of bread. And, she didn't love the texture, but she ate it. She thought it was funny. The kid thought it was funny. She's like, oh yeah, I'm a baby, whatever. But then because that didn't affect her, they're like, oh, well, we're having a hamburger. So you're getting a blended hamburger. And then like, oh, well, what we're having tonight isn't bad enough. So I'm going to put in tuna and all like fruit and things that are, and just blend them together.
Horrifically, Alicia said that even if the concoction was disgusting enough to make CK vomit, she would still be made to eat it. But it didn't end there either.
I seen him when he was chained to the fireplace at one time. They had run out of dog food and he couldn't eat that morning or whatever because what he did last night or night before. They made a bunch of rice and just boiled rice and stuff and was feeding their dogs and stuff. And one of the dog bowls was by and he scooched the dog bowl over to him and ate it and he got punished for that too.
Because he ate the dog's
Because he ate the dog's rice.
So the dog got a better treatment than D did?
Yes. It was very evil, pure evil.
Yeah.
100% pure evil.
What happened with when she started her menstrual cycle? Like when it was starting to start, Jamie had mentioned that she thought that, and
Jamie was like, well, that's gross. We're not doing that. That's what my sister used to do. That's disgusting. Women don't do that. And so she had, I don't know if she put hot sauce on her actual parts or she put hot sauce on her hands.
Everything the witnesses shared so far was from before Senna moved in. At that time, Cushman was still in a relationship with Laura, raising the question of what role she might have played. Police would soon find out.
If Laura wasn't as hateful to them when Jamie wasn't around, I would have thought, okay, she's in the same position I was. She's scared of her.
That's what I'm saying. But where do people get this crazy mentality for feeding these kids excrements? She needs her ass whipped. She needs her ass whipped and blended. Like straight up. Straight up, man. Hey, Nita. Who is Biggie in the blue shirt? That's what I'm saying. That's another Jamie. She a former friend. All the Jamie crew. Oops, I already said it. My bad. Can't hear you now. I had hit the mute. But
she's just doing what she's being told. But when Jamie wasn't around, when Jamie was
what happened
in
to
the back or whatever,
discipline?
she was no nicer to those kids.
Whip their butts on their butt.
She had the wood paddle, and then she had hit him with his chain.
She hit him with his chain? So she was whooping him with the chain?
Well, she had him bent down. She was holding his head into the bed, and she was hitting him with the chain. Well, she was hitting him with the paddle. When he wasn't crying because he'd been hit so many damn times, she got mad and she unhooked him from his ankle and she started hitting him with the chain.
This horrific scene suggests a level of sadism was likely present. Laura was apparently not satisfied until she heard A.B. cry, which is why she used the chain. Please note that the term sadism is often associated with acts, but can be associated with individuals who derive gratification from inflicting pain on others. McDaniel also mentioned that Cushman made the paddle herself. Caregivers who spend time planning the different forms of punishment likely have sadistic traits, and most likely have antisocial personality disorder, as the two disorders can often co-occur.
Did you ever see Laura?
Oh yeah, Laura would be the one to lock them up too.
You saw her lock them up?
Yeah. What pure evil these people are. Laura was just involved, but she got Jamie's the ringleader of all.
Do you think Laura should be in jail too?
Oh yes, absolutely. Laura should be in jail for what she did.
Perhaps Laura's involvement was why, despite being divorced, Cushman and Laura had been in regular contact since the investigation began. Even after Cushman's arrest later, the two made regular phone calls to discuss the case, including the so-called spaghetti thing.
I need to tell you something too.
What?
I went through your pictures on your phone.
Uh-huh.
Like all your pictures on your phone?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Just to let you know.
Uh-huh.
I was looking for the spaghetti pictures to see what they were.
Yeah, and from what you can't tell, but that the kids are wearing underwear.
Yeah, but just know I went through all your pictures, okay?
Cushman seemed to be missing the point about all the concerning aspects of those photos. A few days later, Laura fell into the same pattern.
And they have blown the spaghetti thing so far out of the water, it's not even funny.
Are you serious? What are they saying?
Oh, it's just, you can tell that they're eating, the spaghetti was just thrown in the bathtub, and they're eating it with their hands.
What about asking the kids?
I don't know what they've asked the kids. I don't know
what
they've
talked
to them about. I only know bits and pieces of what the kids said in the forensic interview.
Police did in fact ask the kids. With overwhelming evidence piling up against Cushman, Laura, and Senna, the children were taken to the state police station to meet with a child forensic interviewer. Further depths of the children's suffering were finally about to be brought to light.
That day, the next day, her shoot the trampoline.
Okay, here
Was
we
on
go.
the trampoline?
Big screen.
Is there anybody on the trampoline? No, only me. You were on the trampoline when she shot at it? Okay. How did that make you feel? Nervous. Nervous, yeah. Because her said her going to shoot me where my ankle only is.
Notice how A.B. answered, "No one, just me," as if he doesn't consider himself a person. Tragically, it seems he's learned through a lifetime of mistreatment that he is unimportant, and essentially invisible to the adult caregivers in his life. This
That's
is what
sad.
CK, one of the older children in the group, had to share.
What's in your room?
Dressers, TV. We do have a chain, but my mom's been talking about taking it off and stuff. They do make me feel safe because they don't make me feel like I will never leave this home. You know, like I'm chained to my house.
The chain providing CK with a sense of security shows how disturbing behavior in the home had been normalized and even associated with love.
How else do you feel when you're chained?
Sometimes I do feel sad. I always feel sad because I shouldn't have to be chained. You know, like it's my fault.
Damn.
Stuff like that.
It appeared that Cushman was gradually beginning to
Look at this
grasp the
little
gravity of her actions.
Rick
Yet
Moranis.
Laura remained seemingly
They look like
detached from the unfolding reality.
Jimmy, we've been through hell. What if this is the rest of my life? I'm afraid that it's not. We don't think I'm going to prison for the rest of my life, right? Not the rest of your life.
If Laura was so deeply involved as police were coming to suspect, it was only a matter of time before they determined if Senna had followed in her footsteps. Police would know soon enough once she finally started telling the truth.
Why do they have sheets and comforters and pillows and he doesn't?
I know sometimes he gets himself, so then we have to do laundry.
So then do the laundry.
After reviewing the security footage, however, the police knew that there was a far crueler explanation than a slow laundry process.
What happened that day?
I know that day. That is the day he got out and stole everything in the kitchen. I know that day.
And he threw it where? On the bed, right?
On the bed, yes.
What was that red stuff he threw up?
All the food he ate.
All the food he ate?
He got into the hot Cheetos, the cereal, the oatmeal, all the crap. I mean, he got into everything.
Let me show you something. Okay?
Okay.
You see that chain? You can't get out.
It sounds like AB engaged in food hoarding, which can be typical of children who are being underfed, severely neglected, or starved. On the morning of July 6th, just 3 weeks before the entire incident came to light, it became apparent that AB had been sick at some point during the night and was forced to sleep with his own vomit. The camera captured every awful detail, including Senna ignoring the situation.
They sick as hell.
A few moments later, Cushman entered the room, and things went from bad to worse.
Nobody cleans up that throat. You know how he cleans it up? You'll see right now how he cleans it up.
He eats it.
The footage showed Cushman entering the room in a violent fit of rage and smothering AB's face in his own vomit. Later, AB had picked out pieces of the vomit from the mattress while he continued to feel sick and remained chained to his bed. What was further sickening was the fact that Cushman and Senna had set up security cameras to film this sort of to later save it in their phones.
You cannot sit there and say, "Oh my God," and tell me you did not know.
I did not know. That's how it happened. I didn't.
What you did know is you didn't know about that chain. Because listen to me. Just listen. Everyone has said they have chained him up. And we're not even done going through the video.
Police confronted Senna with just how unacceptable this indignity, along with the violence, was. You can probably guess her response.
So you're never around when this happens? No. So you didn't know about all of this? He's sleeping throughout the night like that, and I find it hard that you didn't know about it.
This is pure unadulterated.
Right, but you know what kind of chain she's using. He cannot get out of that. So, Senna, watch, listen. This is how we're going to put it this way, okay? It's time for you to start thinking about you.
I am.
And stop thinking about Cushman. Because if you guys are separated and you guys are not together, it's time for you to start thinking about you and stop thinking about her. Because this is serious.
I know.
You knew he was not on that chain with a pin. You knew it. Everybody knows. Because everybody locked him up in that.
Detective, in my office. Now.
Did you not know? Yes or no? It's a simple question.
I knew the chain.
Right, but you come apart unless
It's
you unlock
a
it.
pin.
Not this one.
Yes, it plugs into the
No, because
alarm.
he cannot. We have multiple videos of him He cannot get out of that unless he has a key.
There's messages that we recovered from your phone too. This is something in the lines of, I'm getting tired, he's hungry, like that. This is your time right now. This is your time right now.
I've never hurt my kids.
Have you seen Cushman?
Text messages like the security footage suggested that Senna was far more than a helpless witness. In one message, Senna wrote to Cushman, quote, "LOL is pissing me off, trying to find something to watch." When Cushman asked what was going on, Senna replied, "His stupid, I'm hungry. I'm going to knock him out." Later, Cushman texted Senna, "Haha, they're not going to stop until they get me for child." She was right, and now they were after Senna too. Watching the footage back, it seemed to have a strong effect on her. So strong, in fact, that it led her to reveal something police had not even thought to suspect.
Why are you protecting this woman?
I love Fragile Rock too.
That is the devil right there. And you know that.
Down
Do not protect this woman. Why was she doing that? Did you put her for her to listen?
She wanted to listen.
You're scared.
She was listening on the cell phone. She was listening on the cell phone. Wow, she's slick with it.
You know what you just did?
I've tried to protect my kids as much as possible.
You know what you just did?
I've left several times. What did I do?
Just tampered with evidence.
That's right. Cushman was listening in on the interview from the other end of a call. Combined with what Senna and Cushman had just pulled off and the overall evidence against them, officers acquire an arrest warrant for Cushman immediately.
Let's go. Make sure you stay hot all the time. Yeah.
She wanted to be locked up.
No.
No.
Perhaps tellingly, Cushman didn't once ask why she was under arrest. Nor did Laura Melanson, who was driving the car. Cushman was taken to jail. Back in the interrogation room, Senna is finally starting to react, perhaps only now that her own well-being is on the line.
You gotta start thinking. You gotta start thinking about you and your kids, or you and her.
Kids, I don't want my babies. I'll do anything to get my kids.
You think this is gonna help you get your kids back?
No.
Yeah, exactly. You go.
I'm telling you right now,
Tag along. You're not getting your child back. You witnessed horrible cruelty to other children. You're never getting your kids back.
That's crazy.
It's a wrap. You don't
This is
deserve
gonna
them.
be one of the worst child cases we've had. Top 5 for sure.
I just want to protect these kids. All of them.
Let's just start back and relax.
How are you protecting these kids?
This is what we're gonna need from you. Okay?
I didn't need to.
Listen.
Okay, I thought it was just gonna be a couple questions.
It's not gonna be a couple questions. Okay?
I'm so sorry.
Relax. Okay?
This one we just presented to you, and this.
One thing I can say, these detectives are not playing with her ass. They are not playing with her. I like it. I like it. They own their stuff.
Listening to is evidence.
I didn't know you were going to tell me anything like that. I thought you were just going to ask me a couple
Then why don't you take it out when we were going? You know where we were going with this. Why don't you take it out and hang up? Will she come and talk to us?
I don't know.
After what she heard?
Probably not.
Probably not.
No.
And guess whose fault was that? This ends up going to court.
She
Listen to me.
she was never going to come anyways. She told me she
Listen
was
to
going
me.
to come.
If this ends up going to court, we gotta think about your kids. We gotta think about kids, right? Would you be willing to testify to everything that you told us? You're supposed to be.
Are you doing your best? Look at how strong and resilient you are. No current situation or challenge can hold you down. You're powerful. Snap out of overthinking. Remember who you are, why you started, and where you are headed. People, she's a real nutcase. What made her think she'd get her kids back? When she witnessed other kids being abused, she's a jagaloon, straight up. See, I knew them Aunt Bell words were coming
for
here.
your kids.
I'm terrified for my.
What for your kids?
I'm trying now. I know it's late, but I'm trying now. I know it's a little late, and I'm so sorry. I never wanted any kid to ever get hurt.
This is so messed up. You have no idea.
I do.
You obviously don't act like you do. You know more than what you're telling us.
I don't. I'm answering everything honestly. Now that she's on the phone, I'm answering everything honestly. And yes, I admit sometimes I lost my control. You'll see it in the video. I've gone in there and yelled at my son. Okay, but I don't. They're her kids. I didn't know where I stand. I barely just moved into there.
You know what kind of punishment this is?
It's bad.
It's torture. What did she do?
It's the same thing. Spankings.
Chain.
Yep. But I know for sure, 100%, her pin is easy access to get out.
His is not. His is not.
No, his is not.
His is not. Thank you.
Here, Senna finally admits to lie number one, indicating that there are probably many more to come.
Could you imagine if there was a fire in that house?
We're the last 14, y'all.
He will burn to death.
We're the last 14.
Because he couldn't get out because he was tied like a dog in his damn room. And both of you will be charged for homicide.
Let's backtrack a little bit, okay? We're going to start all over, okay? Just relax, okay? This is what we're going to need. What's going on in that house? What I want is nothing but the truth.
Okay.
Going forward.
Don't get treated like the others. They don't.
It's obvious. It's
Yeah,
obvious.
they don't. Jamie has an anger issue. And when they start acting up excessively, she gets upset. She says stuff. She does stuff.
What have you seen her do?
I've seen her spank the kids with the paddle.
They'd suspected the use of a paddle since the initial report alleged that one was used in the house, and all but confirmed it during the search warrant.
Let me ask y'all this real quick, detectives. Is spanking your kid with a paddle considered abuse to you? Yeah, when I was getting your ass with anything other than a belt is abuse. Nah, a paddle? Nah, paddlings are acceptable at home. Let me know.
Got it. Hey, I got the paddles. Got the paddles.
Oh, there's a snake in there. Oh, I'm getting you. Whoa.
There's a snake. There's a snake. Snake. Hey, can you get a picture? There's paddles.
While this discovery was huge in terms of evidence, police knew this wasn't the only form of corporal punishment used in the house. They intended to wring every drop of truth from Senna, who still knew more than she was saying.
But the chain is a form of punishment.
Yes, and I don't agree with that. And I don't agree with it. I'm not comfortable with that. I don't do that to my kids. I don't.
It's a form to keep them there to punish them without putting too many freaking bruises on their body. That's what that is. Because you guys know CYFD goes to that house. And if they have a bunch of bruises on their body, what do you think's gonna happen?
I've never seen her physically do.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have.
No, I haven't.
Yes, you have.
Not excessively, not where it hurt them that bad.
Footage extracted from the security camera in Cushman and Senna's phones showed firsthand just how barbaric some of the children's punishments were. In the uncensored footage, Cushman slaps AB in the face 3 times. LS was dragged from his bed by an unidentified female. Confronted with this, Senna was at last about to reveal the extent of this nightmare situation, And what she shared was even more shocking than anything discovered so far.
You've seen that before.
I wasn't in the room.
No, I said before. You've seen that punishment before. You've seen them hit the. You've seen her beat. Because you're scared because you don't want to tell us the truth. Yeah, because you know if you tell us the truth, what? Why are you scared?
Because I hit it and I didn't tell them.
This is your time right now. Tell them.
Okay, she beats them.
Why?
Because she has anger issues. They don't do something she likes.
And she takes it away on them?
Yes.
She takes it out on them?
Yes.
And they're crying, yelling at her.
I pull her back. I make her stop.
How does she beat them?
She's like that. She hits them and she spanks them with the paddle. I mean,
your kids too?
No.
The interviews with the children proved invaluable,
her
as
niece and
Senna's
nephew
daughter
that
was
she
willing
adopted.
to tell the truth, while her mother was not.
And when you do get in trouble and you get hit, who's the one that's hitting you?
Both moms.
Both moms?
Moms.
What happens when you get in trouble?
I guess
Do you get spanked?
with wood.
With wood.
Wood.
Okay. Where do they spank you with the wood?
I have like a bruise right here.
Where's that?
Right here.
What body part?
Right here.
Right there? Okay.
According to her own children, not to mention the camera, Senna's claims of being faultless were nothing but hollow lies. As if
I'm
that
talking
wasn't
about
enough,
real
Senna's
hollow.
text message history once again undercut her declarations of innocence. Senna messaged Cushman, "I'm going to hit him, I swear. He just needs to shut the up." In a subsequent message, she wrote, "I'm still trying for you because I know it upsets you and it hurts you, and for me because I need to learn to control myself." Cushman messaged her saying, "AB is on a rampage." Senna's response was, "Well, locking up." We can only assume that she meant lock him up. However, this can't be verified. Senna's guilt extended far past encouragement, and police had footage of her chaining various children on more than one occasion. Of course, Senna claimed it was all Cushman's fault.
I know she was drunk him outside once. Not like dragging, but she's pushed him out the doors to yell at him. But that's all I saw because I was inside with the kids.
The person who reported Cushman had recently moved out of her residence. However, they did see what would take place on these walks.
And in those months that you were there, that this is what you observed? Or saw?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How many times did you observe this? I mean, was it something that would happen a lot?
Non-stop.
Non-stop?
Non-stop what?
That they would beat them up or they were chained to their bed.
Why is she starving him?
She's not.
My question is, if all of y'all had this hot ass information, why only when it came out like this did you guys mention it? Was she that plugged in with 12? Were y'all
There she is. He's crying saying he's hungry.
You mean to tell me that? Look how tight that is.
That is very tight.
That is very tight.
It goes that tight.
Let's get back to the food. Why is she? Don't not say she's not starving him. She's starving him because he's complaining he's hungry. He even says he's hungry at times. Why is she starving the kids?
I don't know. I know he gets out and he steals everything. And if his stomach is full, then he doesn't eat, or like for the rest of the day because his stomach is so full, don't want to get him sick. Or he'll eat broth or a tortilla. They've never gone an entire day without eating anything. We're on that one. As far as I know, they have never gone an entire day without eating.
Notice how Senna initially firmly denies the children ever
she
going
backpedaled
hungry and
and gave
switches
the
to,
qualifying
as far as I know, later on.
Yeah.
It seems she doesn't even believe what she's saying herself.
Like if we still or we scream that we hungry.
Mm-hmm. So if you steal or you scream that you're hungry, you miss dinner?
Yeah.
A complete review of all the security footage revealed that AB
now,
had been
D.
chained without access to food, water, or a bathroom for more than 14
Still,
hours
muffin, she
straight
ain't
during
missing
the
none
period
neither.
the footage was recorded. As the other children weren't as consistently restrained, it was impossible to say how frequently, or rather infrequently, they were fed.
So they had a bone to pick with
completely
AB.
inhumane, but even more shocking was what else Cushman was known to do to her children.
When was she put in the cage?
Yeah, okay, I've never heard of a cage. I've heard accusations. I've never seen them in cages.
McDaniel, who didn't even live at the residence anymore, had
Whole
seen
line.
the children locked away in dog crates. So had members of Cushman's family. Cushman's aunt and her cousin spoke with police and revealed that in 2016, when they'd visited the house, they found CK locked in a dog cage on the front porch. It was the middle of winter, and she was only wearing pajamas. Matthew also said he'd seen the children in cages, but Sheriff Bowman insisted otherwise.
Sheriff Bowman, the crooked jack.
Because I would have come unhinged. You don't know me, but anybody around here that knows me knows what I would have done.
He lying.
I would hope so.
He's a liar.
The state police would continue their investigation, but ultimately, Sheriff Bowman was not charged with anything. However, in 2023, he popped up in the news once again, this time in connection with the foster family who had taken in the Cushman children.
Mr. Bowman shot their dog on their porch, and the Ring camera has it on Ring. And the woman got contacted by lawyers saying, hey, do you want us to do something about this? Yes. Their dog, the little dog that don't hurt nobody. I remember that dog. He shot it on their porch, walked up on their yard and shot their own dog and then got in their vehicle.
Senna, on the other hand, was facing a host of charges, just like
God
Cushman.
damn, what did you do that for, Bowman? He didn't go to jail. He got to be the crooked police that they had in their pocket. He probably was over there getting some sexual favors from them folk, man. Straight up, man. Because ain't no way. And he killed the dog to send the sign. Don't you mention my name. Come on, man. Y'all know what's up, man. He was above the law. Bowman ass need to be in prison. Bowman need to be in prison, man. I don't care what anybody says. Them babies wasn't cutting up like that. They were living in fear. She was beating and starving them for sport. It's all facts, D-Love. Facts. Facts. Because they should have put his behind in prison. He should be in jail, bro. How did he
You contributed to
But I
this.
never wanted to be with
Y'all
her.
got him on
I
ring
tried to
camera.
leave several times.
Then why did you leave?
I did. She just brought me back.
How?
She gets in your head. She makes you think stuff, and she made me feel like. And I came back. There's one time she threatened to kill just to get me back in the house so I can stay. Then I didn't leave again.
It was like a cult of lesbians.
Lesbians.
These
Yes.
claims could indicate a disturbing pattern in Cushman's alleged behavior. These patterns are similar to those we see in cult leaders, including narcissism, love bombing, targeting vulnerable people such as teens, and stringing people along. Narcissists often lure their victims with excessive affection and attention, making them feel special and adored. They manipulate by idealizing the victim, mirroring their interests, and projecting fantasies onto them, fostering a deep but false connection. Once trust is gained, they begin to devalue the victim, causing confusion and insecurity. Finally, they discard the victim or cycle through phases of idealization and devaluation, causing significant psychological and emotional damage. It's important for individuals to recognize these manipulative patterns and prioritize their emotional well-being in relationships.
Well, why are you so scared about it? That's what I want to know.
Big John Stern got mind control, boomy. Big John Stern be getting these little ladies all in their field. She must be getting that.
I know there's guns in the house.
During one of their calls, Laura informed Cushman that Senna had broken during interrogation.
Are you there? Hey! No, I don't have any good news. I have no good news. Jamie told them you did it. Are you kidding me? No. But remember, we're being recorded this whole time, okay? Yeah. But she told them that about you being on the phone. She told them that when she saw the video, that you beat the kids. I was told I could share this with you, but it's very long. But I needed you to know that.
Am I going to prison for the rest of my life?
Your lawyer's going to work on that.
Laura, I love you. Please know that, okay?
We've got a minute left, okay?
I love you.
I know.
Just tell me back.
I love you too. Laura, I can't go to prison for 60 years. You need to know. What did I do?
60 years.
Huh?
Oh,
What did I do?
After years of inflicting torment upon the children and the repercussions of her actions catching up to her, Cushman frantically reaches out to her mother.
Hi, baby. Hi, Mama. Love you. I love you too. Mommy, you don't believe I'm this horrible person they say I am, do you? No, I don't, sweetie. Ever think I do. Ever. You're not a horrible person. No.
yes, she is, Mama. See, that's lying.
And I will fight to
That's
the
lying.
death if somebody says you are.
I wish like hell I would have called Jenny from the damn prison. Mom, you don't think I'm a horrible person? Hell yeah, Demetrius, you so damn. Why you did that to them children? Nah, Jenny ain't finna pull no punches, boy. See, that's the nah, but yeah, you stupid. Now we gonna get through this now, but you an idiot.
Mom, I promise I'm not. What? I promise I'm not. I loved my kids. I love my kids.
The person who reported Cushman finally helped bring the state police to her house, resulting in Cushman's arrest and the children's rescue. In the end, Jamie Cushman was charged with a total of 21 counts of intentional child abuse that did not cause great bodily harm or death.
Okay.
She was given an additional charge for conspiring to commit the abuse and another charge for interfering with an investigation. She eventually pled guilty to 5 counts of child abuse in exchange for a 15-year prison sentence.
She got off light.
Jamie Senna faced the same charges and pled no contest to 4 counts of child abuse. She was sentenced to 6 years in prison.
She probably gonna do 3
Finally,
years.
Laura Melanson was also charged with 5 counts of child abuse. She pled guilty on 2 counts and is expected to face the same 6-year sentence as Jamie Senna, though an official sentence has yet to be announced. As for the children, police were able to give Jamie McDaniel this positive update.
They're with some really good people, and the kids are 18, 14 pounds. And they are all back in school, and they are loving it. Great. So, they're doing really good.
No, you're good. You're good.
These kids are doing good.
Matthew, Alicia, and McDaniel all expressed relief that the children were finally out of Cushman's control.
There's no sentence in the world that would justify her actions. There's no punishment equal to the amount of damage that she did to those children.
If the kids ever saw this, I would want them to know that they were very loved by some people in their lives who really, really wanted to help them and who were really sorry they couldn't.
After their extreme suffering, we have to hope the children are getting a chance to recover and make a fresh start, and that they will never be hurt this way ever again.
That was pretty rough. See, look, she said, "Don't talk about me like that." But yeah, you're a horrible person. She was a horrible person. I'm glad all 3 of them ladies. I feel like they wagged though. They ain't that charge wasn't that wasn't heavy. 15 years, she probably ain't gonna do nothing about maybe 7. She ain't gonna do nothing about 7 years, bro. So I think they kind of got off light for all the history, all the details that we saw of her. Big John Stud got dang on beating on these kids and neglecting these kids and purposely inflicting harm to these kids. But the key was without causing great harm or death. So that's how that sentence was light. That's how it was like, dang man, that was a tough one too. But it had a happy ending. It had a very happy ending. You see, little AB, he gained 14 pounds. She had them babies chained to the bed with an alarm system on them children, bro. And then was her nieces and nephews that she got from her sister. She adopted them from her sister, and then had one baby that she adopted through the system. She didn't really do nothing to them, but she just had it out for AB. That was a little lesbian cult. And they was, ladies, y'all be letting these lesbians get away with a lot of stuff y'all don't tolerate from a man. But we're going to talk about that later. Today we did exceptional work, y'all. I give us B+ work. We did B+ work today. It was amazing, amazing, amazing. Good job, good job. Let's see. My boy Tay, what up, Tay? Yo, what's up, Tay? Hey, man, y'all tap in with that boy Tay White, man. Y'all know what it is. We got y'all messing with it. We dropped 3 new videos yesterday. Make sure y'all go. Y'all already pinky promised me y'all was finna go and check out 6 videos and leave a heart or a poop emoji if y'all like the song. So I'm looking forward to seeing that today. I hope y'all get to it right after this. You can go right to Tay page and flood it. Make sure y'all follow GFT because that's where me and Boss Man Blake, we go up Monday. We had a great show last night. If you missed it, make sure you subscribe to GFT and hit the notification bell. Subscribe to my girl Modest Moments. She working right now. Subscribe to Modest Moments to tap in with Bandcamp. She is the conductor of Bandcamp, and she is a part of the mob team. Make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell because Fridays belongs to Bandcamp, and that's 6 Central, 7 Eastern Standard Time over here with us. If you're on that West Coast, y'all know that's at good old 4 o'clock. So I appreciate y'all. Y'all know we got Uno does the internet tonight. We probably gonna either talk about the mysterious death of young Scooter, a rapper here in Atlanta, or the tragic death of rapper Trouble. Come join in tonight, or I might even change it completely. Your credit score went up 100 points. Okay. I might switch it, but just make sure you follow Uno the One, 2 E's on Facebook. Subscribe. Hit the notification bell. Y'all, all I want to say is I love y'all. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Appreciate y'all rocking with me. Let me see. Let me hit the comment. Tay said, so she adopted her sister kids to mistreat them? Yes, Tay. She adopted her sister kids to mistreat them. She had about 3-4 other lesbian girlfriends that she had their kids in there too, but she adopted her sister kids and she mistreated her sister kids. She ain't really do too much to nobody else but her sister kids. That's crazy. And she ran from Texas to New Mexico and nobody tripped. And then she had the police in her pocket. She had the police in her pocket telling her when CPS was gonna come. She had making the babies eat out the tub, throwing spaghetti in there, making them eat like pigs, picking it out the tub with their hands. When we first came on the scene, they was getting in trouble because the tub was full with mildew and all kind of other rigmarole. Everybody don't qualify for adoption. That they need to do more. Let's see. I ain't seen no comments, so y'all lied to Uno. Yeah, nah, they said they finna go over here after this. I made it a situation this morning. I asked them to go over today when we tapped in. So y'all, I'm finna get out of here. Have a great day. It's Tuesday. Show your teeth. Smile at somebody. Don't walk around here looking like life is the worst, because life could be worse. You could be in the hearse or stand in front of the judge and they hitting the gavel and say you got life. So be appreciative of what you got. Make today the best. I love y'all. See y'all later. Peace. Good job today. I say what? B plus work today.
Here this morning, police are looking for a
The only detective agency capable of handling these grotesque and obscene cases. Look no further than the Ones Detective Agency, where evidence does not matter. We lock you up and figure it out later.
Hey, what's up?
The Ones Detective Agency, with your captain, Uno the One.
Rush here this morning. Police are looking for a
The
suspect or
only
suspect